James, 2-0 defeat to Boston United today in the playoff semi-final. Your thoughts on that?
I want to give credit to Paul and his team and wish Boston the luck for the final. They deserved the win. For us, we didn't perform. I don't think it was more to do with tactics or anything like that. I mean, 4-box-2, switch it and you're out and you've got an overload. We failed to make connections. The front three didn't connect. The midfield two didn't find any passes between the lines or didn't open their bodies, and we kept going down the same way, and it's easy because they just shuttle across. If you can open it up and switch it quick, you're in. But even when we got in good positions, the decisions weren't right, or the technical decision or the technical execution, wasn't correct, and that's why we couldn't get a grip of the game. So yeah, that's probably a little snippet of what we could have done better. But I just said to the lads there, we demand better here at Fylde. That's not acceptable. That's probably why I was stood in front of them for the last 14 games plus a playoff, because the underbelly clearly wasn't good enough to win the league. And again today, when it's come to the moment, we haven't taken our moment.
Was it a case of at times just being a little bit too predictable for Boston? You just seem to sort of anticipate our next move at times.
No, just said it. We weren't good enough for the ball, but it wasn't perhaps being predictable. It was more a case of, yes, I can see why you've asked me. That's a good question, because at the end it looked like we were out of ideas. But I think that the emotional side of it got the better of us. We didn't handle the occasion well enough, and that can obviously have an impact on your decision making.
Obviously, big crowd today at Mill Farm, over 2,000 people, and just a quick word on the fans as well. They really, even though we were 2-0 down at the end, they really stuck by us and clapped us off at the end.
Of course, and there's a good connection between the supporters here and the players. You can see that. Fortunately, it wasn't our day. We have to take our medicine, and a few of them will go home. Quite a few of our players will go home disappointed with their performance. For me personally, obviously, to lose 5 in a season and not get promoted as well is hard to take. So I'm with them. I don't shy away from this interview or shy away from being part of the reason why we didn't do it today. I'll take my medicine too. I'll reflect on the game, and we've got to come back stronger next year.
As I said, we take that now, the disappointment today, and build that into next season, the preparation for next season, to make sure that we do go up.
Of course, we have to learn from it as a group, and obviously a large chunk of this group will take us forward next year because they're under contract. So we need to, like I said, reflect. I'll certainly reflect on the 14 games, and it's disappointing, but you know, there's a lot to be proud of the 14 games to get third. We got in that position for this home tie. Unfortunately, the opposition looked like they had more energy than us, and they played 2.5 days ago.